Hey, Tiger parents. I am Mrs. Tiffany Daniels, and I teach zoology, fifth period on B days. Zoology is a branch of biology that specifically focuses on animals. We study the 9 main animal phyla, with 8 of which being invertebrates. So we spend a lot of time talking about invertebrates and not much time talking about vertebrates because invertebrates outnumber vertebrates on our planet by many, many species. So we spend a lot more time with that. With that, we do some dissection. We talk about basic body plans, symmetry, um, how many germ layers they have. We might talk about where they live or how they live, what they eat. We'll spend some time with the parasitic ones when we get to the worm phyla, and we'll talk about how they affect us. So I thought what I would do is take a moment and just kind of show you how our Google Classroom is laid out. Right here you can see I put the Meet the Teacher Night video. It's about 6 minutes. I encourage you to definitely look at that. I also sent the link to it via email to you, I believe this week, in case you hadn't had a chance to see that. It definitely proves that I should be in person with my students and not talking to a screen. All right, so assignments are under classwork, and it'll take just a second. There we go. And as you can see, the way it's laid out is the most recent stuff is on top, except for the restroom hall pass. We'll talk about that in just a second. Classroom procedures, the syllabus, lab safety contract. I may be sending this to some of you. I haven't had a chance to double check who all has signed it, but we can't do dissections until I have a parent's signature, so I'll be doing that. Classroom expectations, that's part of the Meet the Teacher Night video that I did. But, if you want to read through that, it's just a real quick PowerPoint presentation. So the first week of school was just kind of me, trying to get to know your student, asking them a question, who's your favorite teacher? And I have a couple of students that I've had before and was very flattered when they said that I was, because I taught them when they were 9th graders and now they're seniors and juniors. And I was just, just that made me feel really good that because when they signed up for zoology, I originally was not supposed to be the teacher. So to be fortunate enough to get to see those students again just really warmed my heart. So the way I set up Google Classroom is mirrored in the grade book. So it starts off with, week 1 and the day. So week 1, Tuesday, getting to know you. Attendance sign in. I have your students sign in. That is just kind of my backup. I used to do it with paper. And I still verbally call roll, but just in case I accidentally count somebody absent, I can go back into this attendance sign in and go, oh yeah, they were here. They signed in on time. And then I get a hold of the attendance secretary and we get it fixed, no problem. As you can see, I did a real quick formative assessment. I just wanted to see what your students knew about animals, and I didn't take a grade on it, but it's just for me to see, hey, what do you already know? What do you want to know about them? And I got some really great feedback from the students. A lot of them asking questions like, I don't know much about this animal. I hope that we get to study it. And I said, oh, I hope I do a good job with that. All right. And so then week 2, we started talking about the sponges and the cnidarians and jellyfish, corals, those kinds of things. I showed a little clip from Finding Nemo where Dory is bouncing on the top of the moon jellies. And then again, I asked bell ringers, like name the ologist. And then I kind of gave them a break from that. So, and then here was another pre-assessment. Your child does have a test this week on Thursday over phylum Porifera and phylum Cnidaria. I just gave them a real short quiz over characteristics of animals in general. I have them almost graded. I just have to get them recorded. But the main thing I wanted to show you was the way that the classwork is set up mirrors how I set it up in the grade book. So in the grade book, it would say week 3, Tuesday, and then I would put a description of what it was that we did. Tests are done by standard, and so they're worth no more than 10 points apiece. I take basically 1 grade per week. It's worth between 5 and 10 points. So, I haven't taught zoology in a while, And so I'm trying to find ways to keep it interesting and so your child does not get bored. But we will be dissecting very, very soon. And I think that's why a lot of kids take Zoe, is because one, they're interested in animals, and two, they're interested in dissection, because they may or may not have gotten to do it in biology. At the very top, just to point out, I have it's restroom, hall pass, tardy pass, early dismissal. It's just kind of a blanket form. If your child needs to go to the restroom and if the hall pass is hanging up in the back of the room, they do not have to ask me. They just click here, they go to it, they put in their last name, their first name, click on their destination, hit submit, take the hall pass. When they come back into this, they sign back in and hit submit. It's really that easy. If they come in late, we are the first period of the day as far as regular start. And so sometimes kids come in late, traffic and what have you. Same thing. They just click here, put in their last name, first name, tardy, and submit. And then I can go back in and fix the attendance with no problem. So I hope that this clarifies some questions that some of you have had. And, you know, as always, I'm here to answer any questions. Just let me know. And I look forward to actually getting to meet some of the parents at some point this year. So have a great week. Bye.